operator overloading is similar to the function overloading. So in a function overloading, what we have done, we have overloaded the functions, isn't it? So enabling the same function to exhibit different behavior at different instances depends on the given input. The same, the same concept we can use it for operator overloading. In operator overloading, we can overload the operators, isn't it? We can overload the operators. What does it mean? Here, if you look into it, the operators were not already it is defined in the system, and user may have different requirement. For example, if you have addition, addition may have a requirement. Addition may have a basic function like adding two numbers, maybe integer number or floating numbers. But what if a user has a requirement wherein he has to add an integer on one side and also a string on the other side? Got it? So this may not be the function, maybe may not be defined for it. It may be a user requirement. Then what a user can do? User can overload an operator. User can overload an operator. By overloading an operator, user can enable operator to function more efficiently by using this overloading concepts. Okay. So if we look into it, operator overloading, it is basically a polymorphism where different operators have different implementations depending on their arguments. Depending on the arguments. So we need to understand the underlying fact in this operator overloading is semantics can be extended, but we cannot change the syntax. Semantics can be extended, but we cannot change the syntax. So only the function can be changed. The rules of declaring or using the operator cannot be changed because some operator requires one operand. So you have to use only one operand only. Some operator may require two operands. In such cases, we have to use two operands. That's called syntax. Okay. Now let's see this. How to define an operator overloading? How to define an operator overloading? So for this, what do? We need to use a syntax first. So in the syntax, if you look into it, okay, so like a function only we are going to write, but here what we will write, we will specify the operator. Okay, operator is a keyword, and the operator is basically the operator what you are use, either arithmetic operator or any other operator that you are going to specify. If it's addition, it's going to be plus, minus, star operator, and anything else can be used here. And OP is the operator being overloaded. Okay, operator overloading. Then you have an argument list. Then also you have a class name, and class is connected with the scope resolution operator with the operator overloading function. Then return type is going to be a depends, whatever the integer or character or float, whatever may be. Then you will declare the necessary functions. So what we will do here, first we will write an operator function. In operator overloading, first we write an operator function. Then with the help of the operator function, we will define the necessary function body statements to implement the operator overloading concept. Fine. Now, what are the steps involved in operator overloading? First thing is we create a class that define the data types that is to be used in operator overloading and declare the function operator OP in the public part of the class, and it may be either a member of function or a friend function. Both is applicable here. And define the operator function to implement the required operations. These are the three steps that we follow here in the while writing an operator overloading function. So here you have a simple program to illustrate the use of operator overloading concepts for a unary minus operator. When I say unary, operator requires only one single operand. operator requires single operand. So those things are called unary operator. Okay, now here, so what do we have here? You can see that it is an header file IO stream, and ANSYS C++ declarations we have, and the next statement is what? A class. Next statement is a class is declared here. The class, the name of the class, it's a space is the name of the class. Now the class has three arguments x, y, and z. Okay. Then also the class has, you can see that the function prototypes. So those function prototypes are declared in the public section of the class. Okay. So now here, if you look into it, the classes are declared outside the the functions are declared outside the class, isn't it? So first function is what? A get data. Get data is the function which is declared outside the class and connected to the class using the scope resolution operator. Okay, so the get data has three member functions. These are three arguments. So because we have three member functions in the of the class x, y, z. So for the to get the values for the x, y, z through a, b, c, the values are going to be pulled into the member function that will be passed to the data members of a class. So a will be given to x, and b will be given to y, c will be given to z. C will be given to z. Then what do we have? We have a display function. The display function, what it will do? It will try to display the value of x, y, z using the appropriate cout statement. Okay. So when the display function is called, what is the value of x, what is the value of y, what is the value of z will be passed. So it will be displayed on the screen. Okay. Now comes then operator overloading part. Okay. So this is the part that we are focusing on, which is important part for us. What is that? This part. Okay. This is a operator overloading part. So we are interested in unary minus operator. So how do we write? You can see that operator is a keyword. And minus is the operator that's going to be overloaded. As I told you, thing is what? My unary means only one operand need to be used. And also it's not taking any argument. Here. Okay. And then you see, look into it. So what we have done here. So the operator is overloaded in such a way. Generally, unary means how many operators can be used? Only. So, sir, how many operands can be used? No, we can use only one operand like this, minus x or minus y. Like that only we can write. Now, with this operator overloading concept, what we have done, we try to apply the unary operators to the data members of a class. Now, if you look into it, instead of complementing one variable, this operating function is intended to complement three variables. X, y, and z. Although it's going sequential, but when it gets executed from the main program, it will be in a kind of an illusion where you can see that all the data members will get complemented immediately. Okay, so that means the unary operator, now it can act like a ternary operator, so that three operands can be complemented immediately. Okay, so now if you look into it, what is that done here? X is equal to minus x. It will be complemented. Plus will become minus, minus will become plus. Then y is equal to minus y. Z is equal to minus 10. So instead of one operator, now three. It's one operator only. Without changing the syntax, we are just increasing we are just modifying the syntax. So now it seems like there are three operators are being assigned for a one unary minus operator. Got it? Okay. Now, now this is the main function of the program, main part of the program. So in the main part, the note then we have a previously we discussed we have a class name called space. For a space, an object is created. An object is created. Now, there will be a get data member function of a class. Then through S object we access that particular the member function, and we pass the values what 10, minus 20 and 30. So x will get the value of plus 10, y will get the value of minus 20, and z will get the value of 30. Okay, so that will be passed. Then what we can do, we can display the value. As we display the value, we will get to know x is equal to 10, y is equal to minus 20, and z is equal to 30 will be there. Now you see that, so using the object function, we can just straight away use the unary operator. Unary operator. So unary operator, now instead of applying for a variables, now it's applied for an object. Applied for an object. So in an object, we have defined this unary operator to complement three variables. Okay. So then what will happen? Using when you execute this statement, so previously the x was equal to x is 10, right? Now it will become minus 10. X will become minus 10. Similarly, the y is already 20, minus 20. So it will become plus 20. It will become plus 20. Then what will have? Z is 30. Now it will become minus 30. So it will be complemented. It will be complemented. So now here, when you display it, okay, you will get this value. X is equal to minus 10, y is equal to 20, z is equal to minus 30. Understand? So that's the power of overloading operators. So we can overload the operators just without changing the syntax and by modifying the semantics as per the requirement. As per the requirement. Okay, thank you.